This is part 2 of Prep Packet Video for Unit 3, Chapter 8.4, Objective 2. And what we're going to do in this video is a couple more problems that are rational equations. And here we're solving, and then we'll check our solutions. So here we have 5 over x minus 2 equals x minus 4. And I'm going to do one little thing right away to sort of make this easier for myself. I'm going to remember that 2 is the same as 2 over 1. So when I go to look for the LCD, the least common denominator, I have x and 1 and 4. And the least common denominator for that would be 4x. So I will use 4x to rewrite the problem. So I'll have 4x times 5 over x minus 4x times 2 over 1 equals 4x times x over 4. And now I can do some canceling. I told you this is my favorite part. So there's x over x, that makes 1. There's a secret 1 hiding in there, so that's just going to go away, leaving behind a 4. And here I have 4 over 4, leaving behind x times x. So when we rewrite that, we'll have 4 times 5 is 20, minus 4x times 2, which is 8x. And here I have equals x squared. I need to set this up as a quadratic, so I'm going to add the opposite of these to zero this out. And I'll end up with x squared plus 8x minus 20. And I can factor this to x plus 10 times x minus 2. Now I would end up with x equals negative 10 and x equals positive 2. And I could go back and check that if I wanted to. I'll let you do that because I want to keep going because of time. And to go back and just take one little look at something, up here, we have to be careful with fractions that nothing in the denominator will make us divide by 0. So this tells me right up here that the only thing that x cannot equal is x cannot equal 0, because we wouldn't be able to divide by 0. So go ahead and copy this, stop and copy, and I'll meet you on the next slide. Here's another rational equation, because we have an equal sign, and because it's an equation, we're going to use our powers of multiplying the numerators by the least common denominator to cancel out the denominator. So here we have a couple of things going on. There is the common denominator is pretty easy. It's m minus 5. And because we don't want to be able to divide by 0, we have to say that m cannot equal positive 5. So let's just state that very early on. I like to do that right away if I can, so that I don't forget to do it later on, because I'll do all the work and then go, oh, it's beautiful, and then I'll forget that if I have that as an answer, it's not a real solution. So anyway, we said that the LCD was m minus 5. So we'll come back up here and we'll say 9, whoops, I want to do that differently, sorry. We'll say m minus 5 times 9 over 1 plus m minus 5 times 5 over m minus 5 equals m minus 5 times m over m minus 5. And now we get to do our canceling. There's actually nothing to cancel here except the 1 which is hiding in there, so that's gone. Here I can get rid of that, and it'll leave behind my 5. And here I can get rid of that, and it'll leave behind my m. So when I'm done, I'll have 9 times m minus 5 plus 5 equals m. So 9m minus 45 plus 5 equals m. 9m minus 40 equals m. And I'm going to add the opposite here and add the opposite here. So I'll end up with 8m, because 9 minus 1 is 8, equals positive 40. I'll divide both sides by 8, and I will have m equals 5. And at first I look at that and I go, oh yay, I did a great job. And then I remember that up here I wrote that. So when I have this at the end, my answer is this. Oops, m equals. So there's no solution. So go ahead and stop and copy. And again, go back and watch this video again, because a lot happens in these and I want you to be really good at it. So I'll see you on the next one.